In episode 1, I explained the process of strip building a boat. In episode 2, we build the strongback and add the molds. These are the foundation of strip building. Welcome to episode 2. A St. Lawrence skiff is an indigenous craft to the Thousand Islands area of the St. Lawrence River on the border of the United States and Canada. I have several of these skiffs that will carry a rower and one passenger, but I need a larger version capable of carrying myself and 2 passengers on guided tours of the river. Most of these tours will take place in my home base of beautiful Chippewa Bay, but the easy trailer ability will allow me to explore other areas. I will be creating a craft which combines the aesthetics, stability, and performance of this traditional skiff using modern methods. Join me on this journey through video episodes as the skiff comes to life, and we all learn just what it takes to create one. Who knows, you may end up joining me in the skiff, or even creating a skiff of your own. Building a St. Lawrence skiff is brought to you by the generosity of Total Boat and the help of Chase Small Craft. Check them out. Here is the plan I made of the skiff house/studio when the plan was to create a 19.5-foot skiff. The skiff I'm actually doing is 20.5 feet, but it is the same otherwise. This building is also where I do my artwork. Okay, as you can see, it snowed a bit last night and it blew. Woo! We're coming into the boat shed. The snow came in a little. It was really blowing here last night. Let's see how warm it is in here, because we've got to do some work on the table saw. Ooh, it's a balmy 28 degrees or so, maybe 26. That's all right. We'll be warm from working. Before I removed the last skiff I restored from the skiff house, I cleaned up these kiln-dried pieces of lumber for the strongback. I used a hand plane to get all the rough and loose stuff off the edges. It's a good idea to treat every part of the build with the same eye for detail. Might as well start off on the right foot. While the floor isn't level, these cross pieces will make the strongback level, side to side and end to end. I could tell something was going on here. It looks like it's not perfectly straight, so I've got a string hooked onto the other end, way down there. Now when I make it reach there, and I look here, we're off just about, 3/8 of an inch. Okay, it's a little bit deceiving because it looks really crooked, but part of the problem is that I've got the, from the middle that way is leveled. This end is not leveled, so this end is going down and over that way, only 3/8 of an inch, but because it's falling down, it looks more crooked. So it's very important that this is 100% level and straight. Now we're good to right about here. And that's all tied to down to the floor, screwed into the floor. We've got a support here. This thing's really sturdy, I can't move it. Now we gotta take care of that end. It's really important that this thing is really level. And right here we have the bubble to the right, but it's within the mark, so that's not bad. But for some reason, here, we're bubbled to the left, but as we go down this way, it gets worse and worse until you can see right there, the bubble is way off. And as we go this way, now I only moved about a foot, and it went to barely within the marks. So there's something strange going on here. If we check this, that's pretty level. If we check this, that's pretty level. But then we get over to here, that's not level. So I don't know if we got, maybe it's thicker on one side than the other. Check that. One and a half. Check this right here. No, it's the same thickness. So we're going to try unhooking this board for these two screws and seeing what happens. Well, that doesn't fix it, but if we do that, it does. Maybe that's what we need to do. I think the first thing to do is to go back here, because we haven't attached this one to the bottom yet, to the floor. So I think we're going to do that first, and then we'll see what happens here, and we'll deal with this. We did manage to get this level here. See, it reads really well. Thing is, we had to raise this up. And it just seemed to affect it in the last, I don't know, 18 inches or so. There must be a little twist to that board. I couldn't see it. But it looks nice and straight now. It's nice and level all the way. It's very sturdy. I'm just going to add a brace here to 45 right here. We've got one down there farther just to be safe. It's all screwed to the floor and screwed to the strong back. And next, we start putting the molds on. At the point where I am at the end of this video, I am 14 hours into the build. That's 14 hours since pulling the molds off of the truck. Now these hours don't count talking to people about this boat, dreaming about this boat, researching or watching other people on YouTube building strip-built boats. Along those lines, I do recommend watching Nick Offerman building a canoe on the Canoe Craft channel and Nick Shade building kayaks on his channel. There's links to both in the description. Join the community over on Patreon for more content you won't see here on YouTube. In episode 3, I will create, shape, and install the keelson. That's next time.